Okay, good morning, students. So we are doing the notes for 22. This video is being recorded for 22 of April. Okay, and it will be showing you or work related in this video is for the work for 22nd April. Let's start. I explained two concepts to you in the last class. Okay, and I don't want to go. I don't want to rush into anything. So again, I will be taking you through the same concepts. Again, I will take you through the same concepts because this is a new concept altogether. Okay, few things I'm going to tell again that in the textbook the chapters are segregated into science and social studies. But I request you don't create any confusion. It is still EVS. We are continuing to teach it as one subject. Exam will only come for EVS. Okay. So this chapter is also chapter 1, but I will be calling it chapter 1 EVS SST because I have picked the chapter from SST portion. And whatever is, if I give you for science, I will be writing chapter 1 EVS science, okay, in the PDF signing. So we studied that Earth has life. Why does Earth have life? Earth has life because it has the right amount of water, right amount of air, and right amount of sunlight. The distance of this planet from the sun is at the right distance. Okay, and shape of the earth. Okay, I explained to you how Ferdinand Magellan, okay, and his crew started the voyage from Spain, and they kept sailing in one direction for 3 years. And what had happened is they reached back at the same place. So this led to the conclusion that our earth is round. Okay, remember, he was an explorer, but Copernicus was the first scholar to say that the earth was round. See here, at the end of the chapter, there is some exercise here. I would like to show you one question that they have given. Okay, just a second. We will obviously be doing it, but I thought let's me show you. See, this type of confusing question you can get. Ferdinand Copernicus started his voyage in the year 1522. So who started the voyage here? Ferdinand or Copernicus? Ferdinand. Ferdinand was who? He was an explorer. And who was Copernicus? Copernicus was a great scholar. He was a mathematician. See, I just, yeah, here, I've just kept the photos of both of them for you just to see. This is Copernicus and Ferdinand also I want to show you. Ferdinand, okay, see, he was a great explorer. Okay, this man was Ferdinand, okay, and he started the voyage from Spain. And this was mathematician, a great mathematician called Copernicus, and he told to the world that the Earth is round. Okay, now let's get back to the question answers and the notes of this chapter. Okay, so the first question that we will be doing is, does the surface of the earth have more land or more water? Okay, so we all know that the earth has three parts. uh, uh, just here I'll show you. Generally, see, I take the answers from the textbook only. Okay, more or less the answers are the same, so I'll just show you here that I have taken the answer from here, that earth has three parts of water and only one part land. Okay, that is why it looks blue and it is called as blue planet. So I have merged these sentences and made an answer here. The surface of the earth has three parts water and one part and only one part land. So the earth is also called blue planet. Okay, this is an important word. Blue planet is a very important word. Okay, only we are going to do two questions and I'm just going to take you through the chapter again, how much ever we have done so far. Okay, then next question is explain the shape of the earth. Okay, so what is the shape of the earth? The shape of the earth is round, but it has slight bulge in the center, and it is flat from the top and the bottom. All right, see, you already saw that day's recording, right? Whatever I showed you in the last class. Okay, I showed you this video in yesterday's class also, where it is clearly showing that, see, this is your earth, okay, and it is rotating, and because of years of rotation, what is happening to this earth? It is bulging at the center and flattening at the top and the bottom. See, obviously earth does not rotate with so much speed, but still it is rotating from long time. So what has happened to the earth is it has bulged, okay, it has bulged from the center and it is flat from the top and the bottom. Few important points here are, see, we have done the chapter till here, okay, horizon and coast I'll be taking in the next class. So few of the important points that I would like to focus is north and south pole. Okay, let me see, show you here. So this is a picture of the earth that I have kept. This is your south pole, this is your north pole, okay, and this is your equator. Equator is the center line passing in just right in the middle, and this is your north pole, the northernmost point, and the south pole is the southernmost point. See, the northmost point of the earth is called north pole and the southernmost point is called as south pole. Okay, is this clear to you? These things are clear to you? How does the earth look like? Why is it, what is the north pole, south pole? Good. Children, here I would also like to tell you that read the chapter carefully, okay, and your homework for today is you are just going to complete your notes. These two questions you are going to write in the notebook, okay. That is your homework for today. And keep revising the two chapters that I have taught you before, parts of the plant and living and non-living things. Okay, remember those two chapters I took from science. This is the first chapter that I am taking from SST, but EVS there will only be one exam. Okay, it is only one subject. One subject. Don't confuse. Okay, thank you, students.